Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today, the time of eclectic reading, sharing of perspectives, meditation, and prayer. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at the newly joined Columbia and Greater Baltimore Centers for Spiritual Living. Today is July 1st. And so this morning I am reading from the July 2025 Science of Mind magazine, from the article Everyday Spirituality, Divining the Deep, What's Beneath, written by the Centers for Spiritual Living spiritual leader, Reverend Dr. Sonny Cantrell Smith. And the paragraph that I'm reading is this: there is a depth within each of us that holds wisdom and renewal, just as water runs deep beneath dry ground. To access it, we must be willing to slow down, listen, and respond to the quiet pull of spirit. That pull might come as a hunch, a longing, or an inner nudge. We may not always understand it, but if we are willing to follow it, it will lead us to what we need. What that awakens in me is the reality that the spiritual nature of me, of us, of you, is always communicating. We are this infinite beingness expressing itself in form. And so our desires are the desires of spirit to express. And so there's a part of us that is always in perfect alignment with truth, with the whole, with one body. There is a part of us that always has access to that harmonious operation of one. And we are 100% at choice how, when, where, and if we choose to access it and follow it. Now, what I know from personal experience is that being aware of it is one level of willingness. Acknowledging it takes me a little bit deeper. Actually saying yes to it can be terrifying, because sometimes, especially when I don't really know where it's going in the human realm, when I just have that clarity that this is the next correct, aligned thing to do, place to go, activity to engage in, because it comes up in lots of different ways, but I don't know the outcome, I'm challenged over and over again to choose, am I willing to go into a depth of the divine self that is unfamiliar, that is yet to be experienced? And I submit to all of us, myself included, that is the activity of faith. That when I really begin to embody knowing the truth of who and what I am, that within that embodiment, within that surrender, is the courage to navigate all of my human noise that tells me uncharted territory is unsafe. Because in reality, it's not unsafe, it's unfamiliar. And unfamiliar does not equal unsafe. It just equals unfamiliar. And I invite us all to remember a time when we did something new that was unfamiliar out of sheer excitement. And it brought us joy beyond what we could even possibly expect. And in those moments when we're hesitant, to remember one of those times and then to just dive in, to trust that life is always unfolding for our good. And our good must be the good of the whole if we're acting in alignment. And we know at some level with absolute clarity whether what we're wanting and doing and being is coming from separation or it's coming from alignment with the whole. And when we know that, nothing can stop us from the magnificence that we are. And so I invite you today, I encourage you today, be the gift that you came here to be. Be the magnificence that you came here to be. You're worth it. The world is worth it. The body of the whole is worth it and is waiting for each of us to be the magnificence that we are. So that's what that brief paragraph brings alive in me. Anything anybody online would like to share? I would love to hear your perspectives on that. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything come through, so I'm going to go ahead and move us into our time of meditation. This is a 5-minute meditative practice. It's simply 5 minutes inviting us to simply practice being present with what is. We're not trying to make something happen. We're not trying to prevent something from happening. We're simply practicing being present for 5 minutes. There is only one infinite presence, one infinite eternal substance. By whatever name we know it, it is beyond a name. It is beyond definition. It is beyond limitation. It has no beginning, so it can have no end. It has no circumference, and so its very center must be everywhere present. And being the singular substance, the singular energy, the unseen infinite possibility of life, all life must be it expressing itself, individualizing itself in multiplicity and yet never separate from itself. In the reality of one, there can never be two. And so I know that I am created out of it, by it, as an expression of it, as a desire in it, of it, to know itself, experience itself, expand itself as this life called me. And what is true of me must be true of all, that every expression of creation, within creation, is this divine isness expressing itself as creation, fully infusing every expression of itself with all that it is, with that creative process. It desires to express more of itself. And so I claim and affirm an awareness of every desire of spirit within me, creation as me, to express itself. I claim and affirm that with every desire, every divine nudge, every idea is the empowerment to be fully present in, through, and as every moment of the process. That within the desire itself is everything necessary to manifest. And so I joyfully, courageously, willingly, excitedly, enthusiastically embrace and embody that divine yes, that awareness, that acknowledgement. Yes, to knowing, to being, to expressing the unlimited possibility that I am. And what I speak for myself, I speak for all. No separation. One body unified, one whole body operating in harmonious alignment with itself. And knowing that the activity of this creative process, law, that indiscriminately responds to every desire of the heart of creation to be with that divine yes, instantly making it so, with the infinite resources of creation itself, unfolding life in perfection. And so I release knowing it's already done. I release all of the human static, all of the human beliefs that would impede my experience of what is. I release any attachment to outcomes and live from the faith that knows it's already done and done perfectly. And I trust the truth that life in me, as me, must be for me. And that all that is for me is in alignment for the whole. And so I let go. I let go and I step boldly into this day. Eyes, ears, heart, mind, all of my senses wide open to know, to capture, to be present with every divine nudge to express, to live into a greater expression of yes. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.